I don't really know how to start this video, but I'm sitting here waiting to go to the gym so we can start it with the scoop of pre-workout. Cheers. Like I said, I'm sitting here getting ready to go in the gym, and as you can see, my car's a mess. I just got back from a 5-day road trip where I was up on like the Blue Ridge Parkway, just camping out of my car. I have this I put a hitch on my car, so I have like a hammock attachment. I have like a hammock tent with mosquito netting. And I took this trip literally to try and get weed kind of out of my system and have a trip kind of where I could go and smoke a bunch of weed, get it out of my system so that I can lock in for this next season of life as I near graduation and get ready for my professional life. And got back last night. I spent like 4 or 5 days literally just chasing my impulses, just smoking a bunch of weed, eating a bunch of snacks and junk food pretty much, and just being lazy pretty much. And like, I mean, it was a trip, it was a vacation, so I mean, that's kind of what my focus was. But I've been wanting to quit weed and lock in and build out consistent morning routine, consistent habits and systems as I build out a fitness coaching business, because that's the journey that's the career path I want to take. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Will. Nice to meet you. I graduate college in December. It's currently mid-October. I spent my first 2 years of college wrestling down at the Citadel, a military college. Then I transferred here to USC, and I transferred here. I chose to study, they call it visual communications here. So it's like media, it's like photo and video and graphic design. Because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've always wanted to pursue social media. And I love photography. I love media. I like creating things. But I really feel called to help other men, and be a coach figure. I've had a lot of success in the gym and wrestling and jiu-jitsu. And I have this calling to be a leader, to develop systems in my life, to be successful and be disciplined, but live out of a place of joy in the discipline. And I've had seasons of life where I have surrendered everything to the Lord, and I've quit smoking weed. I kind of gave everything to Jesus, and I've had seasons of life where I was so happy, content, full of joy, and like disciplined, waking up 5 a.m. every morning, doing a morning routine, and I was experiencing like the fruits of the Spirit. joy, love, patience, peace, kindness, self-control. All of these things were real in my life. And I've gone through cycles where I'm kind of locked in, and then I've kind of slipped or fell off the wagon a little bit. Or I've started smoking weed again, gotten lazy again, just developed bad habits. The good habits kind of went away. And I've had these cycles where I'll be locked in, and then I'll get lazy, start smoking weed, and then I'll surrender everything to the Lord again, and I'll lock in again. And I've been in these cycles for these past few years, especially since I transferred here from the Citadel, stopped wrestling. Just been dealing with a lot of existential angst. Less anxiety now. That first year or two, I was dealing with so much just like anxiety, like constant just like noise, just anxiety. And that's kind of gone away. And again, I've had seasons where like I've locked in, surrendered everything to the Lord, and everything was going great, you know. Really having sweet time in scripture in the morning, praying. Just that sweetness, just like life felt sweet, you know. There's just such a sweet fulfillment in Jesus. But I'm filming this here right now, where I just got back from like a 5-day road trip of me just going and just giving in to my impulses, pretty much. Spent money I didn't have on things I didn't need. Like, I went to this leather goods shop, bought these 2 leather bags because I thought they'd look cool, I guess. I don't know. And I'm sitting here and I have like no money. I'm in credit card debt. And like I moved back home for these last years of college. You know, this is my 5th year, my last semester. Something got messed up with my transfer credits, with my prerequisites, where I thought I was going to graduate last semester. Pretty much my semester got split up class-wise into 2 semesters because I needed to complete one before the other, so it was a prerequisite. So this is my situation here. I'm 23. I graduate college in 2 months in December. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. Used to have my own lawn care business. I've always kind of known that this is what I'm gonna do, be an entrepreneur. And I've felt called by Christ to be a warrior for Christ. And I feel like I have this big calling on my life, and I've been blessed in so many ways, whether it's my family, whether it's my physical ability, whatever. Like, I feel like my life has just been ordained. It's been blessed. I've been given favor. But recently I've just been kind of wasting it away. You know, I want to do all these great things. I want to create all these impactful pieces of media. I want to create all these great videos. And I want to become this great writer and this great speaker. I want to help people, and I want to create community for other men where we can get together, speak about struggles that we're dealing with, confess and repent to each other, and then hold each other accountable and build each other up as men. Because like the world right now, I don't know about you, but I've felt like this sense of, I don't know if I want to say like hopelessness or just carelessness, but almost a sense that, oh, the world's going to shit. You know, all these terrible things are happening. The bad guys have all this power. You know, there's all these vices and like bad habits that I have where I'm spending all my time death scrolling on Instagram and social media, and I'm smoking weed and all these like, and I just kind of just like, I don't want to deal with this fight for good against evil. I'm just gonna sit back, give in to my impulses. I'm gonna go get high. I don't care about the rest of today. I'm gonna go get high, you know? And I've done that so many times where I just keep kicking the bucket further down the road, kicking the can further down the road, where it's like, okay, at this point, I'm gonna quit smoking weed. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna start waking up early. I'm gonna build out this morning routine. I'm gonna build out all these systems for my life. I'm gonna start building this social media brand. I'm gonna start building my business. I'm gonna start doing all these things that I've been planning and wanting to do. But that day keeps getting pushed further down the road because sorry, I got this leaf. It's bothering me. I keep saying that, okay, after this road trip where I go and smoke a bunch of weed, then I'll get out of my system, I'll come back, and I'll lock in, I'll start waking up early, I'm gonna start building this business, I'm gonna start making the money. And I've done that so many times that I'm sitting here a few months out from graduating with a couple $1,000s of credit card debt, no real income. Like the job I had, I kind of took a step back for this semester. And back's kind of against the wall, and I kind of intentionally put myself in this place because I was comfortable, and I've been comfortable, and that's been a huge problem. It's just the comfort. And I've kind of purposely put myself in this place where I went and like spent pretty much the rest of my money. And I've kind of put myself in a place where my back's against the wall. I need to get out of this hole of debt, and I need to kind of set my life on a track moving forward. And that path, what I want it to be, is building this fitness coaching business and helping other men and committing to a journey of constant learning, constant discipline, and constantly just building myself into a better, more knowledgeable, more disciplined man, somebody that God can use. But I just went on that trip, and I just got back, and I'm here, and I'm at that place where I said, okay, at this time we're gonna lock in and do all these things. And I'm here at that place, and you know, I'm on the way to the gym, and I just want to smoke some weed. And one of the smoke shops that I'll go get pre-rolls from is right down the street, and this voice is just, go smoke, like, go smoke. You can worry about it tomorrow. Go smoke now. Like, I just want to smoke now, and like, we'll deal with the situation, with the problems, with the things that we got to do tomorrow. We don't got to do that today. We can just smoke today, go to the gym, and we'll enjoy one more day of being a bum. And you know, nobody's coming to save you. Like, that phrase is so cliche, but nobody is coming to save you. And I'm so blessed that I'm in the position where I have a family and I have a house that I'm living at, and like, all my needs are taken care of. And instead of taking this great foundation and this great opportunity I have and building from it, I've just been taking it for granted, and I've just been sitting in my comfort and chasing my impulses and indulging in laziness and smoking weed and sleeping in and not doing the things that I really want to do and have a strong desire to do, because I want to, I feel like all of us guys, we have an innate desire to change the world, to impact people's lives, to help a cause, to help people, to do something meaningful with their lives. And I have these big dreams and big desires to go to war, to be a warrior for Christ, to spread the truth of Jesus and who he is and what he's done for all of us, and to fight against evil and to speak up and speak out against just the evil in our world and all these terrible things that are going on, and this almost mind control that everybody's going through with media and this onslaught of just mush and just sludge of just garbage food, garbage media, garbage everything just being shoved down our throats. And it's so easy to just give in to that constant onslaught and just stop fighting back and just let the flow carry you down the river. But that's not what I want. I want to stand up, I want to stand strong, and I want to fight against this onslaught of evil and of sludge and of laziness. And I want to be an example to other men and to help other people, to create community and to build relationships with other men who are going to stand strong and help each other stand strong and actively fight back. But how am I going to do that if I'm still just giving in to my flesh and giving in to these impulses? The answer is I'm not. And so at some point, the day has to come where all of these things that you said you're going to do, all of these dreams that you said you're going to go for, someday that day has to come and enter the present, and you have to take all this change and all of these things that you just think and assume are going to happen someday, and that some point you're just going to enter into this present day where you are the person that you want to be, doing the things you want to do with the discipline and systems and habits that person has. But that day is never going to come, and that person's never going to appear just suddenly. It has to happen today, and you have to start the journey of pushing this boulder up the hill. And you're not going to step into a day where the motivation comes. Because I'm sitting, I'm talking, making this video right now with no motivation. I got back, I did not sleep well. I really enjoyed this trip. I really enjoy the mountains, beautiful sights, beautiful scenery. But weed, man, it just eats away at your life. Like, it's so it's hard to just like black label it as bad, because man, I'm telling you, I love smoking weed. Like, it's enjoyable, and it gives you this sense of like accomplishment, of fulfillment. It makes you satisfied. And if you just keep going to weed for your feelings of satisfaction, you're not going to improve. You're not going to stay the same. You're going to slowly die. You're going to slowly degrade, because like You're satisfied with where you are, but you're either growing or you're dying. And if you're not constantly bettering yourself, if you're not growing, you're dying. Entropy sets in, chaos sets in, and you start to decompose. And that's what these things do to you. I mean, if you think about it through a spiritual lens, it's evil forces actively trying to knock you off the path, to drag you down with bad habits, with addictions, with people, with whatever, and sink their hooks into you, drag you down, knock you off the path, and then eventually your sin's role is to grow up and kill you. And like I'm saying all these things, like I know all these things, I've read all these things, I've learned all these things, I've experienced all these things. I've had time and time again where God has stepped in and showed himself to be real in my life. I've had constant, like when I was younger, I would debate and struggle with, oh, is God real? Is Jesus real? Is all this stuff real? And I've had time and time again, I'm not going to go into the specific stories, I will in the future, where Jesus had shown himself to be real in real situations in my life. And sometimes I think it's like, I know all these things, I've experienced all these things, why do I still keep turning to these empty, hollow things that leave me burnt out, unhappy, and just in a bad situation too? Whether it's weed, whether it's porn, whether it's all these sins, you know, and it's like all these things, they're cliche to say and cliche to hear. Like you hear all these same things on Sunday in your sermon. But why do we hear these things time and time again, yet I'm talking to myself here, why do I still keep doing these things that I know are gonna have consequences? And I'm sitting here in the consequences, I'm like, oh, woe is me. My life is so hard, I'm so depressed. But I got myself here. But yeah, I don't know, I've been wanting to make this video. I don't even know what this video is, but I've been wanting to just lock in with YouTube and start lock in with my life, lock in with the Lord, and just go all in on recording my journey as I build systems, as I get back into my morning routine, back into my early morning wake-ups, back into my systems for working out, jiu-jitsu, habits, building a business. I want to just record this whole journey because this is something I've been wanting to do for years. And I've like had attempts at it over the years. Like if you go back on my YouTube or my Instagram, you can find videos where it's like, okay, I've been smoking weed, now we're locking in, and I'm recording my journey as I lock in and do these things. And I've had that point time and time again. And it's like, again, I've gone through these cycles of locking in and then falling off the wagon, and then locking in and then falling off the wagon. And all this to say, I don't know what it's to say, but I'm just saying it, you know. And I'm committing, like I still want to smoke weed right now. Like I'm still lazy. I'm still kind of just in a crappy situation right now that I got to get myself out of. But luckily for me, it's not just me. I got God on my side. And something that he's made apparent to me, it's whenever you try to white knuckle it and try to just force it to happen out of your own will and your own way, it does, you burn out that way too. And the key is really surrendering to God and allowing the Spirit to work in you. But I'll be the first to tell you that I am not great at that. And that is something that I want to get better at, and I want to help you get better at. So we'll wrap up the video now. Pre-workout's kicking in. Tingles are here. I'm buzzing, about to go hit some squats. And I just want you to know that you're not alone in life. It's a struggle sometimes, but it's also beautiful. Like even today, like I'm stressed out about these things, but like it's a beautiful day. I get to be alive and walk around and do things today. It's pretty awesome. I'm here for you. I believe in you. You're not alone. God's got you, man. I'm gonna start recording these videos every week, and ideally we're gonna be locking in and growing and building a business as we film these videos. Feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Really looking to connect with people and use social media as something to foster real world connection and meet people, hold each other accountable, talk to people, discuss goals, and just take on life, as an adventure, not as something to hide from and cower in the corner as it goes by, but something to step out into boldly, even without clarity, and make something of it. Guess we'll leave it there. Y'all boys have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. Love y'all, man. I'm driving home right now, and I just wanted to record this. Say it's like a few hours after that first video, and man, I was so tempted to go buy some more weed after my last class. I have a Bible study that I just started on Mondays, and that got canceled today. We're moving it to Wednesday, and instantly my mind was like, free afternoon, we can go smoke. Let's go get super high. It's perfect. We have one more night. We can get super high, and we can start locking in tomorrow. And I've had that same conversation so many times that I can't count, where it's just one more time. Whatever we got to do, we'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow's never going to come until it becomes today. So, I really want to smoke weed, but I'm putting my foot down. No, we're not smoking weed today. Today, it is day one, not one day. So, I want you, I don't know, if you're dealing with smoking weed and wanting to quit, or nicotine, or anything else, you're not going to want to quit. It's not going to, tomorrow's not going to come and you're just going to be like, oh, I don't want to smoke anymore. Hoorah. The desires are going to constantly be there, and it'll ebb and flow, it'll grow and decrease, but it's never going to you're never just going to smoke all the weed you want and then boom, okay, I'm satisfied, and then you're not going to desire it anymore. No. So I still want to smoke weed. I still am feeling lazy. I'm still feeling blah. And I have so many excuses that I could use to go smoke weed. But I'm not going to do it. And what I'm going to start doing is every time I have these really strong impulses, then I'm just going to pull out my phone and record and talk to y'all. Because that helps channel these emotions into something else. So, win-win situation. Yeah, that's all really I wanted to say. I just want to record myself as I go through this journey. One, for me, so I can have a recorded database of my journey, but also for y'all. Because my goal with YouTube and with social media is really to try to inspire some guys to take whatever God-given identity, whatever passion project or thing you want to do. Just want to inspire you to just to be able to man up and do it and become the person that is able to accomplish the thing that you want to accomplish. Because you've got to build that identity first. You've got to have the beliefs and the identity and the subconscious mind built of somebody who is capable of doing whatever it is you want to do. If you want to be an athlete, you've got to become the person that has practiced thousands of reps and put in thousands of hours before you can then go execute in a game at a high level. You've got to become the person before you can do the thing. And I will tell you right now, I am not the person to be a successful entrepreneur right now. I'm just not that person right now. I do not have the discipline, the habits, or the lifestyle of the entrepreneur I want to be. But I do have an idea of the things that I have to do in order to become that person. So I'm going to start laying out that path, laying out the daily habits that I need to start doing, and the milestones along the way that I should aim for. But that's all I had to say. Just letting y'all know I'm struggling with wanting to smoke weed, wanting to be lazy, and wanting to go indulge in comfort and escape the things that I need to do. Because we're slipping behind, man. You're either growing in or you're dying. I'm choosing to grow. No more dying. It's time to flip it around. We're flipping the script. Now I'm just rambling. Hang in there, brother. Love y'all.